Guys, we have a new record. 16.4% of student loans just hit 30 plus days of delinquency. That means over 16% of people with student loans have not made their payments over the past 30 days. And in fact, 16.2% of student loans have hit 90-day delinquency. Guys, people are not paying off their student loans. This percentage has doubled since 2025. But why is this happening? We'll cover that in just a moment. The reality is that if you're a subscriber to the channel, this should not be a surprise. Guys, it should not be a surprise. We've been covering the problem with unemployment rates for college graduates for a while, because the reality is that the career ladder has been completely upended. We've covered this time and time again. Companies are not hiring fresh kids out of college. It's just not happening, at least not at the same rate. It's pretty shocking. The reality is that college kids are not finding jobs. Get this, Americans with 4-year college degrees now account for 25% of unemployment. 1 in 4 people that are unemployed have a college degree. And guess what comes with college degrees? College loans, big loans. Big loans you can never escape. They follow you around like herpes the rest of your life. They never go away. What's also crazy is even a large percentage of college graduates that have jobs are underemployed. In fact, 50% of people with college graduates are working in a field they don't need a college degree for. Frankly, I don't need a college degree. I have a 4-year college degree. Nothing I have done since college required a college degree. Nothing. My wife is an elementary school teacher. She needs a college degree to be an elementary school teacher with. By the way, I don't understand why you need a 4-year degree to teach ABCs and 1, 2, 3s. I don't want to discount what teachers do. I think it's very, very important. But the reality is, do you really need a 4-year degree to teach that? That doesn't make sense to me. I'll take this a step further. I took my wife out to dinner for Valentine's Day. We went to a steakhouse, we had a steak. I had my medium rare, it was amazing. 24-ounce porterhouse. She had her filet mignon well done. It was terrible. Don't make me reminisce on that moment. But in any event, we sit down to order our steaks, and a buddy that I'd gone to college with, went to college with, 15, 20 years ago, he was a server. He was our server. You don't need a college degree to be a server at a steakhouse. You just need a good personality. He's probably making pretty good money. But regardless, he has a college degree that is not being used. And I bet you that a lot of viewers of this channel, either you are in a career field that you don't need a degree for, or you've been in a career field, or you know someone that's in a career field that they don't need a degree for. The reality is these college degrees are just not worth as much as we thought. Now, it's also worth noting that in Q4 of 2024, before we saw this huge spike, there was a student loan relief period that had ended. And then we started seeing these missed payments start just to increase dramatically. And we saw these missed payments showing up on credit reports. So you got a lot, I really feel bad for a bunch of these kids that were sold a false bill of sale. But the reality is that the world has changed. You don't need a college degree to learn AI. You don't. You just gotta do it. You don't need a marketing degree to learn how to run Meta and Google ads. You don't. I've learned way more about ads just by finding clients and running ads for clients than I ever would have reading a textbook. It's not close. It's not close, guys. It's just not close. You don't need a college degree to build your network. You can start a podcast. You can go to events. I'm in a church group where I meet with different potential clients, customers, consultants. You don't need all of that stuff within a college degree. You can get all these things outside of college degree, which is just amazing to me. It's just really amazing to me. But again, it feels like these kids that are getting the college degrees are completely set up, because these loans are subsidized by the federal government. In 1965, the Higher Education Act was passed, and it created this guaranteed student loan program. And basically, the government guaranteed these loans by private lenders. You cannot get out of these student loans. You are stuck with them. You cannot file bankruptcy and get rid of them. They are guaranteed by the government. And with that cash cow in place, the banks and the universities saw their opportunity to take advantage of these students, because over the coming years, it began to feel like going to college is mandatory. If you, after high school, the question everybody asks is, what school are you going to? What college are you going to? If you were to say something like, oh, I'm gonna take a year off, or I'm gonna learn how to be an electrician, or I'm gonna go into plumbing, you were, it was dishonorable, let's just say. Did you feel that pressure? For all the young people watching, do you feel that pressure? For all the adults here, do you feel that pressure that your kids must go to college? I'm rethinking that big time, because with that feeling, from 1970 to current day, the amount of undergraduates enrolling in college has more than doubled. We went from 7.4 million college undergrads in 1970 to 17.3 in current day. It is becoming almost a rite of passage that you want to be successful, you must get a university degree. But when we start to see the delinquencies pile up, you start to question that. Now, in addition to that, the prices have skyrocketed, guys. The cost of going to a college university, this is absolutely insane. The cost of going to university, after you adjust for inflation, has more than doubled over the past 30 years. But why? Why? With YouTube, with AI, why? It just doesn't make sense. Why? Well, it's because kids feel like they have to go, and the loans are guaranteed. Everybody gets to go. I mean, you're gonna be straddled with, I mean, how many videos can I watch on X of someone who said that they've been paying their college loans for 10 years, but all they've been doing is paying the interest. They haven't even barely paid the principal off. It's crazy. Because the reality, guys, is that AI and the internet have completely upended this model. The entire education system needs to change. It has to change. It has to change. I'd be questioning whether it even makes sense for me to continue funding my kids' college fund. Every month, I'm putting hundreds of dollars into my kids' college fund so that they have the option of going to university. But I just wonder if it's even gonna matter. You know, it's kind of funny. I'm not selling a course right now. I'm not selling any courses. I've got projects that I'm working on, so that's not what I'm doing. But, you know, I know people that sell college or sell courses, either weekend courses in AI and whatnot. And it's funny to me, you know, I have a buddy that runs a very successful group training program. It's how to build an AI business in a weekend. It's very good. I've gone through it. It's very informative. He operates at a high level, but he's gotten DMs from journalists from like the New York Times saying like, why are you scamming people when they should be going to college? It's like, bro, you can take his class for $1,000 in a weekend, or you can take it $100,000 in loan and take a bunch of classes that aren't even relevant. Like, this is another thing that's crazy to me. You take a huge loan to go to school, and let's say you want to learn accounting. Well, you're not just taking accounting, you have to take all these other ancillary classes that have no bearing or no impact on their degree. Do you understand what's happening, guys? So you take out a huge loan, you take classes that you don't need, or maybe they're outdated because you're learning material that has changed. I mean, how fast is AI moving? AI, it's like every week there's a new update, there's a new model, there's a new framework. I mean, we talked about the OpenClaw framework a couple weeks ago, which is moving so fast. AI agents are moving so fast. We just don't know where things are gonna be in 6 months. So how can you even develop a curriculum? How can you learn from someone who doesn't even know what's gonna be relevant in 6 months? And by the way, what it comes down to is that you don't need to go to college. There are some advantages to going to college, like we talked about, but what it comes down to is the person. Are you motivated to learn? Are you motivated to get your hands dirty? Because I would bet that if you took that $100,000 that you put into that college degree, you could find other ways to learn that material that's more relevant to skyrocket your career. It's absolutely insane. It feels like there's a huge bubble coming, because again, when you see over 16% of students defaulting on their loans, when you see 50% of people, of college graduates working in fields that they don't require a degree, it feels like something is coming. Because in 2026, this is my prediction for the best things to be working on 2026 is AI agents and AI security, because AI agents are pretty amazing what's possible. Being able to put all these softwares together, giving all your passwords, I saw an interesting post on X from Lex Fridman, and he really hit it spot on. He's basically saying that like the balance here is privacy and security and automation with AI agents, because the more you automate your AI agents, the less security you're going to have, less privacy you're going to have. So where is that right balance? How do you set up these agents to be autonomous, to really work? I'm working right now. I know I'm walking on you and walking down the street, but I have things that are working in the background between people, between AI, and it just feels like the college university Ponzi scheme is coming to an end, and it's a little bit scary. It's a little bit scary. I just wonder if you want to learn AI agent application, if you wanted to learn AI and cybersecurity, is college still the best place to learn that? That is the question. Put your comments below. Guys, if you liked today's video, check out yesterday's video. We talk about why AI developers are leaving their organizations because of security fears. Check it out right here. I'll see you there, boys. See ya. Peace.